So what's important to know is it's hard to feel sympathy for John because you know he'll keep putting those things in his ear to distract himself, but he'll blame other people for his failures of distraction. Because the thing in his ear isn't to block out noise and focus; it's to be distracted by, let's say, being on phone calls at the same time. And he can't commit to one task to get it done. Like, let's say. He'll call things emergencies that may not be emergencies, so he can leave. He'll bring a lunch, but he'll leave for lunch, or something. It's hard to say. So he marked off these things, and if I look at the first one, test all lights installed, and last stovetop. Well, last stovetop might be here, but it's not installed, and I tested all the other ones. That's why I said the last. So that should not be marked. Leave a new bath faucet. I don't see it. I think he just refused to do that because he says they're all rusty like that at the bottom. A fresh light tube. Yeah, it could be. Second screen. He marked it, but it's not here anywhere. And I said uninstalled because, and that could be things he just doesn't want to do. He wants me to sign the form, but not do the things. Because I want to wash the screens. Spare clothes hangers. He wrote that. That's not super important. It's just a question, and I did put question mark and exclamation mark. It's just I wanted to ask him. Spare paint brushes, glue, light, caulking, switches. Light switches I wanted to explain because, like, this one is defective. Well, you can see it's warped. And then there's this one that you already know doesn't come on unless you kind of play with it. So it'd be nice to have a couple of spare ones. And it's not even tightened properly. So I might not have any, I'll know for sure. And then he marked that we did the bank form payment, and I gave him his $10. And he didn't do a new lease. He just partially filled out in a way that we both might have to get trouble from the office because he didn't change the dates properly. They might say, when did he move in? Because it says different dates. You should have collected more or whatever. And I mean, it's not even ready for November 1st, as you can see. Today's the 2nd, and it's not going to be ready. And tomorrow, I'm not sure. Clean out your things. He admits he didn't do because they're here. Product to clean windows frame. Tape off and paint repair. You can see a lot of the paint is still, tape is still on here. Finish all painting. Now, of course, he might leave tape or remove some, but not everywhere. And all the painting won't be finished. It'll be easy to prove it. So here, for example, the part I did show him today is this part. And he did a little bit, like probably without opening the door, you can tell, like the other place he went further, but here he just, that's it, you can still see. Right, it's not even clean there, so there's a lot I'll have to do, even when he removes his things, for me to clean before I can even put my things in, which is risky because in the meantime I still have a lot in the motorhome in the cold that shouldn't be there, because I don't want to do multiple trips or bring it in a pile in here because he always respreads his things everywhere as he works inefficiently. So as I was saying before, the agreement was that I wanted to help him a lot more, and that I had to say, the behaviors are not good. So again, he's got too much on his plate, and it relates directly to his lack of life skills, but also never really addressing or receiving help for his pathologies. And the behaviors are so bad, that you wonder an organization that would hire somebody like this, that would have these behaviors in 2 different buildings with seniors, vulnerable sector. You gotta wonder about their sense of morality, the organization that owns these buildings.